Hello and welcome to my kitchen. I thought today I'd do a video of something that I try and do every year around about this time of year, and that is to make elderflower cordial. There are lots of elder trees near to where I live, and I'm sure there are where you are. And I had a go a couple of years ago, and I've stuck with it ever since. In fact, it's probably about the third or fourth year that I've been doing this. So I thought I'd do a quick run through of how I make it. 25 elderflower heads. You will need to pick them preferably on a sunny, dry day. Don't pick them when it's been raining, because all the flavour is in the pollen of the flowers. That's also another reason why when you do get them and you pick them, I don't wash them, because you'll wash all the flavour away. You'll just need to give them a shake when you get them home, just to sort of get rid of any insects or things that might be lingering. I went out today and I took a pair of secateurs and a shopping bag and went to the nearest elder, which was near me. They were absolutely smothered. So I asked very nicely if I could pick some. So I've got varying sizes. There's one that's sort of some are bigger. There's about 25 heads there. And when you get them home, just sort of shake them upside down and get rid of any insects. You will also need a pan of boiling water, about 2 pints, and you add to that 2 pounds of granulated sugar. It's about 1 kilo. Add it to the boiling water, give it a good stir until it's cool, until it's dissolved, and then let it cool down, which I have done. I've got a pan here on my hob, which should be cool enough now. So you add to that the zest of 2 unwaxed lemons. I've got some there, so I've just sort of grated that. So I'll add that to the pan of the cooled boiled water and sugar. And I also add to that the lemon juice. What I tend to do with mine is obviously this, as you can see, it's had the zest taken off of it. I give it a good squeeze to get all the lemon juice out. And then rather than throw that bit away, I just put it in the pan as well. So just give them 4 halves a squeeze. And then I drop the whole thing into the pan. And there we are. That's the size of my pan, which is big enough. I hope so. It's the biggest pan I have, but it does normally do the trick. We also need to add to that 2 tablespoons of white wine vinegar. There we go. You can also use, for this, if you don't have white wine vinegar, you can use citric acid, which you can buy online. Can't remember the exact amount off the top of my head, so I'll post it in the comments. I'm going to do a blog with this as well, so I'll put the actual amount of citric acid if you wanted to use that. You can get that from any health food store, you can get it online, but I use white wine vinegar because I tend to use that in some of my cooking recipes as well. So all that's gone in the pan, and all you need to do now is add your shaken elderflower heads. So I've got a few here, so I'm just going to pop them all in the pan. Great big bunch of them. There we are. It may look like it's overflowing. As if I show you the pan, look, it's quite there, but if you push push that down with your hands into the syrupy water with your lemons and your vinegar and your zest and everything else. Give that a good push down, and then swap my hands, and then pop a lid on it. There we go. So it's all pushed down now with a lid on it, and leave that to just steep in there for about 24 to 48 hours. I sometimes leave it an extra day, I think 24 hours normally, but I'll sometimes leave it for a couple of days just to give it a good old steep, and you will smell it. If you come into your kitchen, if you've made any, it really does start to, you can smell it doing its work. So that's quite easy. Once you've let that do its magic, then you will need to strain it into bottles. Definitely use a fine mesh sieve, or I have used a pair of boiled tights. I know my mum always used to use those for jam when she was making jam straining. So yeah, a pair of clean boiled tights will do just as well. You can also use a muslin cloth. I have a very fine mesh sieve. So that's just to make sure that you've got rid of any other impurities that might not have come out when you give the elderflower a shake. There might also be bits of dust and little bits of leaves and various other things that you could probably pick up when you're picking the flowers. So yes, that should keep for a little while in the fridge. I find that it doesn't last very long. I tend to drink it more than anything. I have tried to look for a sugar-free elderflower cordial because my husband's type 2 diabetic, but I read lots of things about sweeteners making the taste not very nice to the finished cordial. So I'm still hunting on that one, but he sometimes has a little splash of it. It's really nice with tonic. It's nice with sparkling water, still water. Fantastic in gin and tonic, just a little splash of that. It really makes gin and tonic a really special drink. And you could also use it for drizzling over cakes, pancakes, and anything else you want to have a look at. But it is a really nice thing to do. So yeah, that's it. So I'm just going to let that do its thing for a couple of days, and then I'm going to bottle it all up. This will be on a blog with all the full details. And I'll also pop a couple of other links in there to blogs that I think Sue did a couple on elder and elderflower recipes, if you want to have a look at some more recipes as well to make with elderflowers. So yeah, that's it. Have fun if you're going to have a go with it, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.